Hi guys, it's Linda with my Frills ASMR. We are outside on vacation. It's raining, and somebody, of course, has decided to leaf blow in the rain. But I wanted to show you real quick my new car. I got a RAV4, and this color, it is called Lunar Rock. And it looks kind of gray right now in the rain, but it's like this milky gray green color. It's really cool. So those of you who know me know I have been driving. Actually, I can show you real quick. Hold on. Oh, I'm slow. I've been driving on my 2005. Well, I have a Camry and a Highlander from 2005. And I love, and I mean love, my Highlander. But the Camry has 300,000 miles, and the Highlander just went over 200. And basically, it started to have some issues. So it's time to sell one of those. And I got this beauty, and I think it looks cool. I love it. And I have seen people online saying how it's not very good looking. I think it looks really cool. I don't know what they're talking about. So I thought I'd just take us inside of it and show you, a few things. This one has, see this symbol here? A lot of you know it. Hold on, I'm gonna move the camera and just see that so I can. Okay, this right here is the Toyota symbol, but also this piece is the what's the word I'm looking for? Radar? No. Yeah, that's the word, right? Radar. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's go inside the car so we don't listen to this leaf blowing. I do like this car has the, instead of wheel covers, it's got, these kind of upgraded wheels I kind of like. I'll show you something neat. Okay, I have a giant umbrella I'm trying to hold. Now my old car, of course, 2005, had just a key that you're do-do-do. But this one, and I know everybody already has cars like this, so you guys all know, but I'm like, what? You walk up and, you can put your hand in here and it'll unlock. So if you hold it for 1 second, it unlocks the driver's side door. But if you hold it for 3 seconds, it unlocks all 4 doors. Wait, I gotta relock it. Okay, sorry. So I've unlocked the driver's side. So now if I want to lock the driver's side back up, and like the keys in my purse, you just touch, there's like 3 little dots here, you just touch that. That locks it. And then if you want to unlock all 4 doors at once, you put your hand in here and hold it for 3 seconds. It'll unlock the drivers, and then it unlocks all the rest. So I think that's neat. And I guess probably, like I said, everybody knows that, don't we? Alright. There's one other thing I want to show you while we're outside here. Hold on, let me put my big giant umbrella down. Okay. Let's see which one's gas. This one. This is so dumb that I never knew this. And you guys know I'm into cars. I know stuff about cars. Okay, so on here, now this is similar to my Highlander's gas. In fact, it's just about the exact same. Like I know some of your new cars, you just push it and it opens and there's no cap. But these ones with a gas cap. upside down. Have you guys ever noticed this right here? This feature? Do you know what that is? You take your gas cap off and you put it in there. And that way it doesn't like dangle down. How come I just learned that? I bet everybody else in the world, that's one of those things you're like, wait, what? Okay, let's go inside. I still need to clean the mats. This was not a new car. And I bought it from a family. You know, I didn't buy it from a dealership or anything. So I had to do I've done some cleaning. Like these seats had stains and I scrubbed them with just like Tide and water. And I got all the stains out. And the back seat, I had a few stains, but I cleaned it up pretty good. It's a pretty good size back seat. You can fit 2 adults easy. A third adult, it's gonna be a little tight, but a kid would be okay. The woman I bought it from had 2 car seats facing forward and 1 car seat facing backward, which fit, but she said she'd have to flip the other car seat around soon and then it wouldn't fit. So that's why she was selling, because she wanted to get a bigger car, you know, more space. And so I told her to get a minivan and she's like, I will not drive a minivan. I'm like, you should consider it. I'm telling you, for when you have all those car seats, they're lower to the ground than an SUV, a minivan is. And you can get in and out. And if you have 2 captain chairs, you can climb to the back. It's so much easier, I'm telling you. Minivans are the way to go. But the other feature this car has is, and what I absolutely love, and it's covered in rain right now, but is this moonroof. I love it. It doesn't look great right now, but, and then, okay, right here is where you control opening and closing the moonroof, or you can just vent it. These are the lights, so you can turn them on one at a time or both at once. And then door makes it so when you open and close the door, these stay on, come on for a minute, which I kind of like, because if you get in at night. Here's the radio. I'm trying to think. Well, there's map on here, but when I hit this, it says like you have to update it with Toyota. I haven't really looked into that yet. And then it has, what else is on here? I think it shows you like what your miles per gallon are or something like that, but mostly it's the radio. But what I kind of like, okay, first of all, let me just say, this to me is a weird setup. The way it is sitting like this, sorry, I still have a cold a little bit, but doesn't that look like it should fold down or like it's an add-on? But this is how it's designed, and now that I'm in it, it's fine. Like, I kind of thought it might get in the way of my view, because I'm, you know, not super tall, but it doesn't at all. And it's actually kind of nice because you can see it clearly without having to look down. So far so good with that. And I very much like that the air conditioner heater is separate because my father-in-law's car had it all integrated into one screen, and with his, I think his was like a Lincoln or something, it was really hard to, while you're driving, figure out how to go from radio to the heating, cooling. This, I know I can just grab it and do it. So I do like that. Like this has dual, so you can have, this passenger has different heating, cooling than the driver. And then you turn it up and down like that. And if you want more or less fan, it's here. And that has been confusing me, only because in the Highlander, this is the fan. So I have to just learn that, you know, I do here for the fan. And then we have front defogger, rear defogger, eco heat and cool. I think I think Eco Heat and Cool, if you set it to like a certain temperature and you hit that, it will, and you have recirculate, I think, on it will keep checking the air and making sure it's the right temperature. And if it needs more fan, it'll add it. If it needs more heat or cooling, it'll add it. I think, I'm not sure. And then this is foot fans, you know, and defogger. And this turns on and off the air in the back seat. So they don't have any control back there, only I do. And this recirculates the air within the car. Generally, you want to have your air recirculating unless you're defogging. If you're defogging, you want outside air. I think that's right. Oh, what's down here? Okay, let's see. Down here we have slippery road. Okay, this helps keep you from like going fishtailing on slippy roads by kind of hitting the. I think what it does is it throws anti-lock brakes into different tires or something like that. I'm not sure, but if you're like in a little snow or something like that, and you just want to have full control, you can click that off and then be able to, you know, handle your way out of there. I think that's right. Everything I'm saying is I think. I'm still learning. Maybe we'll pull out the book and look through it for fun. All right, these are the heated seats. So I don't know what this, oh, that's just like a past, some about airbags. It lights up, I guess. So you can turn them on high or low. So that's really nice. I've never had that in the Highlander. This is, so this car has that system where at a stoplight, like when you come to a stop, the engine cuts off. And then as soon as you like take your foot a little bit off the gas, or I think even if you like turn the wheel a little bit, the engine cuts back on. So if you don't want that, when you get in, you hit that and you turn it off. My original thought was like, won't that just, you know, burn up the engine? Because growing up, I was always told, you know, the most wear on your engine is starting and stopping it. So I've always been anti restarting an engine. But I've watched a lot of content and it's just not the way it is anymore. This stuff's all run by software, and it's really advanced software. And the way the engines start and stop, it just really doesn't wear on them the way like an old engine did. And the point of this, I thought it was to save gas, but I don't think it really saves very much gas. But what it does is it cuts the emission, is that the word? Like exhaust. And if every car does that all the time, it's going to cut exhaust by a whole lot. You know, you think about how often you sit at a red light. And growing up in Detroit, I know I always tell stories from like back in my day, but it's true. When we grew up and you'd walk to school in Detroit, the snowbanks would be black from the exhaust of cars. Like everywhere there was a stop, it was black. And it's like no joke what a difference, you know, paying attention to that kind of stuff, especially because they used to use leaded gas. So there would be lead in that exhaust. But if everybody does their, you know, a little bit, it will make a difference. And so I admit that I've been sick, so I haven't really driven the car much. But when I have it takes getting used to. It's a weird feeling. But now I realize, no, it's fine. I think I can get used to it. And if it's good for the environment, I'm all for it. Because you guys know I love my trees and lakes and animals. So anything that could help. So I'll leave it on. And I think I'll get used to it. Okay. And I heard somebody in a comment saying, well, if you're trying to get into traffic, then you have to wait for the engine to start. But what I've found, if you just play with it, or, you know, use it and learn it, all you have to do is barely take your foot off the brake. Barely. You're not even moving yet. And that engine cuts on. So you could do that and have the engine ready. So that's just people just being, you know, whatever. Okay. Here we have the steering wheel, and it is a leather-wrapped steering wheel. I think it is. Okay, so on the steering wheel, we've got, what do we have here? I guess this controls the radio volume, which I've never had, so I'm excited. But of course, obviously, I haven't remembered to do that yet, and I always reach for it and then go, oh, I should have done that from here. And then this is voice control, so you can like press that and then say, play, you know, yes for me, and it'll play that song if you, I don't know, I haven't really used it yet, but you can get Sirius radio in here, Sirius XM, but I don't pay for that, so I don't have it. So I'm not sure what I can do with that yet. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to show you one other thing over here. So down here, if you have a more advanced model, this is the XLE, but there's like an XLE Premier, I don't know, it's something. And then it can have a pad that you throw your phone on and it charges your phone. Well, this one, I don't think it has that. But what I did is I bought this short black cord so that I can plug my phone in and then put on, you know, Apple Podcasts, or I actually have I forget what you call it, like Apple CarPlay. I have my brother-in-law's password, so I can listen to all the music I want on there. So I just plug this in, and then my phone's maps show on here, and the music shows on here. But I haven't tried to see if this will work with that Apple CarPlay. I don't know. I'll have to try that. And then this, I guess, is so you can make a phone call. I am not a person who talks on the phone in my car, really. Very, very seldom. So I haven't ever tried that. I don't know. This is, I guess if you're on the menu on the, you know, picture here and it's showing you radio or something, you can go back to the home page and look at maps. I think that's what that's for. And then I think this is it's for the radio over there, but I think it's also for this unit right here. It tells you like about your cruise control and stuff, and you can flip through those screens. I think that's what that is. There's your horn. What do we have here? This is the cruise control. Okay. This turns on your cruise control, or I guess that's all the word I have for it is cruise control. They may have a different word now. Okay, so that turns it on. And then you get to the speed you want to go. So 165. No, I'm just kidding. So like 60, no, let's say 55. Okay, so I got to 55 miles per hour, and then you set it. And then you can take your foot off the gas, and it's set. Now, I think it's automatic. All right, I'm going to have to get the book out and we'll look through the book, but I think it's automatically set so that when you have the cruise control on, you're tooling along and the car in front of you, and then that car slows down. Now with the Highlander, I would have to either hit slow down speed on, it has it on here or something, or I'd have to hit the brake a little bit and take the cruise control off. But on this one, you set it for 1, 2, or 3 car lengths. That's not quite right, but it's like how distance you feel comfortable with. And then it sort of automatically calculates what distance you should be based on how fast you're going. I think that's how it actually works. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a telephone call and it's distracting me, but I'll ignore it. Okay. And then your car stays that distance from the other car. So if the other car slows down, your car slows down with it. So that'll be interesting. I haven't played with it too much yet. But even in stop and go traffic, like even if you get into like a traffic jam, it'll keep doing it until it comes to a complete stop. Then you just have to tap the gas to get it going again, but then it'll do it again. So it really saves, you know, you having to think about it too much. It's kind of interesting. And then there is this, which I think is lane assist, is what it's called. So if you turn on this driving, you know, cruise control and this lane assist, the lane assist works by looking at the two painted lines. So you have to have clearly painted lines. And I think if there's a car in front of you, and it uses that Toyota symbol I showed you up front, that is part of the radar. And then there's also a camera in this part right up here. So it uses both those cameras to look at the lanes and look at the car in front of you, and it maps out how to stay in the center of the road. And so between that and the cruise control is keeping you from hitting that car, you can just basically barely hold your steering wheel, not really, you know, just kind of pay attention, obviously, but you don't have to overthink it. And it will steer even around corners. You know, if you're on the highway, it'll take curves. It'll do all that stuff for you. And that's pretty cool. So I'm excited to try that out on a road trip I have coming up. Over here we have the headlights. I think that's a typical, you can set auto headlights. Over here, I have my spot where I keep my gum, and I have these ready to go because I'm a nerd. Okay, and then here, this opens the hatch, I think. This is the heated steering wheel, and that's sort of one of the upgrades in this car. It has that. You push it, and it will heat up this, I think it's just this area in here gets heated up. And then this button is the heated windshield wiper. So they actually have, I think they have coils in the wiper blade that heat up, and it de-ices it so that you can, you know, use your windshield wipers when it's icy. That'll be interesting. I haven't had a cold enough day to try that yet. Those are the brights. This just turns the, you know, lights that are on inside the car up and down. One of the features are and it's not a feature, but compared to my old car, none of these were lit up at night, but this car, these light up at night. All the switches and all these things light up, which seems real fancy to me because, you know, I haven't had that. What else is there in this car? Because it's like, I don't know, some model. Oh, now you're seeing me in my too short jeans, but okay. It came with these rubber floor mats. I love rubber floor mats. I'm a big fan because, you know, I hike in the mud and stuff. I get muddy, but I haven't washed them yet. I have to scrub them, but they're pretty clean. I mean, I'll be honest. I did kind of wash them. I hosed them off, but I didn't scrub them. But they kind of need it. Is there anything else to show you? It's kind of got a two-tone, like black and light gray. I like that. Or maybe that's just the sun hitting it. Maybe it's not too. Yeah. And this is kind of cool. It makes it look sporty, you know. And I do like my mom has a newer car that has a switch for the park drive. You know what I mean? It's like a twist knob. Because I know you don't need this anymore. But I like it because a lot of times I drive with my hand on it. I'm old-fashioned. Oh, we didn't look at these. So this has something to do with the parking brake. I don't know. But these are the different modes. This is an all-wheel drive. It's not a hybrid, but it's an all-wheel drive. So you have normal mode. And then eco, you can turn on, and when you're in like stop and go traffic, it sort of levels out how fast you take off and brake and stuff, which could be annoying to some people, but it does make it very smooth, and it is all on the also my shirt's dirty. It's all on the you know, software, so it does it in a way that it saves you gas as much as possible. So that's probably pretty good to use. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it'll bug me or not. But if it doesn't bug me, I'll use it because I'm all for saving gas. You know, why not? The sports mode turns off like anything like that. So if you're like going up a mountain road or something, it gives you a little tighter steering. It gives you a little more power over your, you know, everything. I think that's what that does. Snow, I think that turns it into full like 4-wheel drive. So if you're like stuck in a snowbank or something, you can hit that and it'll plow out of there. I cannot tell you what the difference would be. I'm assuming like sand, I don't know. I haven't. We'll have to look into snow, mud and sand, rock and dirt. I don't know. This right here, it serves zero purpose. And I saw a gal on Reddit, she put her dip for her chicken nuggets on there. It's like, that must be the purpose. That made me LOL. Alright, the only other thing I can think about is the lift gate, the back. I would go show it to you right now, but it's raining again. Oh no, it's raining again. Well, here, let's hit it and see if we can open it. Why is it not opening? Did I do something wrong? Here's my key. Oh, you have to hold it? Okay, I'm just gonna show you something. Ugh. Why is it raining there? Okay, so the lift gate has a button on your key. Oh, by the way, here's the back. It's pretty good size. It came with the rubber mat on it, which I do like. And this you can pull and then cover up everything that's in the back to keep it out of sun, or if you have something you just don't want people seeing. And if you put these seats down, this rubber, they made it so it goes straight all the way across. That's really cool for me because I'm a very utilitarian, you know. But anyway, okay, so this back lift, it's all hydraulic, and it's all part of the systems of this car, you know. And I forget that I have it and will manually pull it down. I don't do that. Apparently, it's really not good for it. And so, where's the button? Oh yeah. And so even if you don't have the key, hit the button. Don't try to do it yourself. It's weird. Alright. There we go. Got your phone here. Alright guys. Well, thanks for watching. Let's see how the sound is on this. I don't know. But I think I forgot to turn these lights off. No, I guess they go off automatically. I always feel like these lights stay on too long, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess if I put my key in. I don't want to turn on because it might bing and ding and be loud. Alright guys, I will talk to you soon. My Aldi quarters in there. Oh, and there's like a spot here you can put your sunglasses.